Alright, it took me a little over an hour to get to my drag bike. Now it's 20 after 6. So now we can start working on it. So we got to pull the front end off this thing and do that. So still got a bike on my way over here I got to deal with later, but one down, 2 more to go. Alright, so basically in all the other videos from about here back, it's rebuilt. Except for that down there. And I'm going to take this repop piece of crap off. I'm going to put that original one right over there on there, which I showed in other videos. And I got to pull this front end off, get all this ugly ass black tree or chrome trees off, and put original shit on there. I don't like all this crap anyway. These bars are coming off, so I'm going to make it look like stock bike. So I go fast. Alright, this front wheel's coming off. We're going to put a Timken style hub like the back wheel has in it. But I'm not going to be running a 4-inch wheel with a drag tire on it. We'll run a street tire. So, but same thing, black hub, stainless spokes, black rim. So, that's what we're waiting for on that. So all of this comes off. All this custom wiring I got right here, which is 2 wires. It's going to get cut. We haven't been using too much of that anyway. Alright, so it's all coming off. Shouldn't take too long. Not much to come off. Alright. Let's see, clutch cable. That's the brake cable. Deal with that. Box repairs. Clean some of the dirt out of it. Not much, just some. Let's see. We're not going to run 2 mirrors on my drag bike. We don't need that. I never run 2 mirrors on my street bike. I want 2 on my drag bike for. I can live with 1, but not 2. Alright. That's good. Starting to look better already. Alright, we're lucky. Enough length. Metal valves can require for racing. That goes back on. Okay, what do we got up here? Oh, another ugly mirror. Yeah, I'll probably leave that one on there. Won't be legal, right? This comes off though. Which lever we might reuse. It looks ugly enough to me. That's a key part. We'll have to check it for wear though. See how loose it is? That's perfect. Just broken in. Just what we needed. Alright, switch is going to leave on there for now. Bars we do not need. Hit me in the head, almost. Gonna do a little wiring. That one. That one. There, wiring's done. Oh, there's another one there. Damn headlight. two of them that go in the headlight. Damn. One I can get to. The headlight's almost ugly enough to use. It's not original, so I don't like it. There's a lot of work doing this. Screw. You know it's not threaded. Found out. Probably stripped out. Junk. Repop crap. Alright. Just hold this piece of crap on here. Screwed, it just wouldn't fall out of the hole. Stuck in there too. Alright. Well, there's why it wouldn't come out. Someone connected it. Imagine that, huh? Headlight. Got the right one? Yep. Clip. Put out room for the connector piece in there. Through the hole. Still empty. Got a lot of work getting that out of there. Alright, anybody need a set of handlebars? Pre-drilled for early controls. They're over there on the floor now. Alright, good deal. It's a lot better already. Tons better. I have to get to the screws under there, bolts. Off that easy. Could pull the headlight bucket out separate. Everything has a hidden way of doing it. So I got to pull this bolt off, which pulls the headlight out, because I don't have room to get the bracket, which is under here, and it's buried underneath there, behind the shoulder where you can't get to it. So you have to pull the headlight, then the panel, then the bracket. If you don't like that order, too bad. The bike says, screw you, it's coming out the way it wants to. Of course, you only do this for the open end. There's no room. What else is new? Can't get the washer out, but it won't fall out either, it figures. Yeah, washer's out. Washer. Oh, where the nut went to. Buried over there. Make sure you put this junk back over here. Now, if this is an original light, it would have guide written around here. And it would not have this light on there. This light came out in 67 or 68 DOT requirement. So that in itself tells you it's wrong year. The rubber fell out too. Wherever it ran off to. Might need that again. Yeah, we'll find it later. Alright, that's out. Now I got access to my bracket, which is repop also. What a shocker. How easy these things come apart. I don't know if I can get to this one. I don't think I can do that with this. Nope. That'd be way too easy. Might have to put the bar back on too. Now, if you let the bike help you, that means use the fork stop. It's a lot easier for you. I think it wants me to be on the other side of the bike. I got a lot more room on this side of the bike. Curious, somebody might have tightened those down, my mistake. These come off easy. These aren't all rusted in like they normally are. Probably because I put them on a couple years ago. Nice new hardware. One. Two. So these are solid mounted risers by design. That's how they're made. Alright. fancy early 49 covers up here. So these are early 49 only with the titties on them. These are swedged over nuts, so you can't just take these parts off. So you have to pull these off carefully. We don't want to damage them. They're not really replaceable very easily. We use careful tools like crescent wrenches on them. See how that works. Works fine. Let the front end help you again by turning the correct direction. You have to work as hard. There we go. Look at that fancy breather. So that's your breather. There's a hole inside of this cover, probably up inside, to let it breathe. And there's probably a hole someplace to let it come out. There it is, right there. So they changed that in later 49 and 50. A little complicated. So this came off Fred's 49 bike. These legs. He might want them back. Not if I don't tell him though. Now, see, this one's made different than this one. So there might be a piece that fell off, would be my guess. Probably another piece might be in the bottom of the fork, who knows. Anyway, that's rare parts. Junk. Oh boy, look at an ugly ass chrome cover up there. Fork tree. Wonderful. I know I had oil in it because I put it in it at once. But most of it leaked out, so. It finally quit leaking after about a year. That way I don't have to change it. It handles like crap anyway, so it doesn't make no difference. Okay, so that takes care of that part. Now you're gonna move downstairs to the bottom part, down here. Big axle. Probably should pull the lug nuts off before it gets too involved, which means I could go find me a tool for that. So, we're going to go on the other side of the bike for this one. We got too much stuff stacked up in the way here. Time to get rid of some covers and crap. That's what they make the floor for over there. Okay, so to get a drum brake front end apart, you got to pull the drum off. It's got 5 lugs in there. So this is a reproduction V-twin cheapo L-style wrench that I modified, made it round so it doesn't rub right here. I'm working on it. That is the wrong size too. So this is what they come with. This is a Tatro machine modified wrench. It's got a little more leverage in this one here, see. Now these are original lugs because they're loose. See how loose they are in there? So those are genuine Harley lugs in that thing. I'm shocked. Somebody chrome plated them. Okay, now let's see how tight these are. Tight. So we put the bike down. Let the bike hold you for you. Now, genuine Harley lugs have a bigger hole in them because you can't use a genuine lug wrench on aftermarket lugs. Doesn't fit. Too big. I must have tightened these. Should be using a genuine wrench too and not this thing. Oh well. Okay, I only got one I can't get to. Down here. There's that one there. All right, good access now. See why I modified that wrench there? Makes it easier to get out. Well, if each one made this wrench a little longer, it'd be nice. Another inch would be perfect. Okay, they're all out. We already undid the axle nut on the inside, so we're going to do the pinch bolt now over here. Go around here back on this side. Back and forth movement, see? Brake. Screw over there. Screwdriver's already out. Pick that up. This is your brake adjustment over here. So you gotta undo the brake a little bit, saves you a lot of effort. So you don't have to do it, but it makes it easier. If you hold the wrenches like that, you can do it with one hand, see. Yeah. That relieves the tension on the brake. Makes it a lot easier to get apart. You don't have to do that, but it does help. The axle can come out now. Put the wheel back over here. Axle comes out. If the drum stays, the wheels should come out like that. You jack the bike up a little higher. Sometimes you gotta let the air out of the tire. That's like most of the time. This one came out easy. Alright, so this got a brand new tire on it. We'll take it back off. I'm not going to use this original star hub for this bike. More than likely it's going to wind up to that bike right behind us over there, because it needs a front end on it, as you can tell. So whatever I have left over goes on that pile of crap. We're going to put a good wheel on this bike. Okay, so the brake drum just comes right off easy because we undid the brake. Ugly piece of crap chrome one. Hate those things. I don't know if we leave that on there or not. I don't like chrome. For me, it probably turned into black pretty quickly. Okay, this fender needs to come off to get out of the way. There's a brake nut. Let's see here. Appears to be no locking devices on it. That means it probably has lock right. Yep, feels like it. Alright. The brake comes out pretty easy at this point. You have to undo this sleeve nut right here. More likely it's not going to come out with the fender very easily, but we'll try. If the sleeve comes out, it'll come out easier. I still have to get it off this pivot bolt, which has to come out that far. We only got a 1/2 inch clearance for a fender. That's why I was undoing this tube over here. Let's get a little extra room. There we go. Gives it a little bit of room. Brake lever out of the way will help. Okay, so then it'll lock. This whole thing will come out. So much for luck. There we go. New pre-pop parts. Don't fit in very well. Alright. So let's see if we can walk down here. This thing slide all the way over. If you go this way, gravity helps you instead of fighting you. Voila, it came out. Put our nut back on here so we don't lose it. Okay, so that's how that goes. Chrome plated junk. Yeah, hate chrome. I think we need some new parts for this bike. I'm not above doing that either. Okay, now the fender can come off. Attacking me. That's a 58 fender because this says dual glide right here. That's why it's got these holes here. So this is the incorrect fender for my bike. But it's ugly enough for now to keep on it. If I weld those holes up, it'd be the correct fender. I don't know how many people are going to know that though. can't remember if I bought a fender for it already or not. I might have. I'm always buying parts for my bike. For different ones. All my bikes, I keep buying parts. I even buy parts for my bikes I don't even own yet. Dumbass, go the other direction. Bolt works a lot easier when you go the right direction. And that's how you get a fender out without hurting your paint job. Not that I give a squat about that paint job, but somebody might. Alright, starting to look like a bike already. Look at all that crap coming off. Alright, now we get to pull the fork tubes loose up here. Get that one. Probably this one. I don't know why I used Allen's. Must be all I had at the time. So these are up here for these tubes up here. Hold your cowbells on, otherwise known as fork slider covers. Nobody calls them that, do they? These are modern ones. See how they're just welded right here. The early ones have a piece of steel here, and they got stainless and tack welded to that piece. These are off the Fat Boy, probably. Modern crap. Gee, somebody must have Loctited this crap on here. Almost like they didn't want them to fall off. Damn. Jeez. It's tough. More leverage. Jeez, that is definitely hurting my fingers. Long enough? I want to make sure they didn't fall off. If you were there, that's all I had. One of those two. Oops. Almost worth pulling out my socket. Yeah. Long-winded. Now I get the other one. It's on the back side where I can't get to it. Jeez. I don't think somebody unscrewed that one yet. It's still tight. There it goes. Oh, this one's a lot easier. I like this one. Hard again. There we go, screws are off. See, that cover only needs screws on it, look at that. That's because it's sitting on top of the slider right there. Okay, now the fork tubes are held together by these two pinch bolts right here. Back side appear to be 5/8. Yep. This appears to be the right tool for getting those out. That came out easy. I think I wanted to come out of there. I must have modified to make it work last time. Okay, so once you get them down like this, you pull your cowbell cover off. This thing's ready to come apart. Find out how much goo is going to come out with it. There's almost no wear on these fork tubes. You're right. Alright, so if there's any oil that'll come out the top here, so you got to keep these upright until you're ready to drain them. You got to find a place to put them. Found a place. That's what they make workbenches for. You just kind of lay them up against them. Looks good. Okay, now I gotta pull this other one off. Wonder how hard it's gonna be to get out. One way to find out. Oh, it's heavy. Yeah, I might modify this one too. So if you fix your parts before when you put them together, you don't have all these problems getting them apart. It's a lot easier. Alright. One bolt. That bolt's gone too. Okay, look at that. That's the proper drag for your bearings. See? Oop, not like that. You can get higher up. You see? See, proper drag for bearings. See? So they're supposed to be. They get about all the way around, and they start to get easier right at the end. I can feel a little notchiness in them, though. They're a little highs and lows in them. That's okay. We like that. Okay. Need the appropriate tool. This would be called the appropriate tool. There you go. One chrome-plated piece of crap Harley part. They destroyed it when they chromed it. Oh well. Let's see, I didn't bring my channel locks with me, did I? Nope. Oh yes, I did. I got them. You can also use a punch and a hammer though. Shouldn't be all that tight. There you go. In case you don't know what I just took off. I'm taking off this nut right here. See how that comes right off now? Now if you've banged up all your threads, this don't come off very easily, but if you do it correctly, it comes off easy. See how it's falling out the bottom down there? Alright, we need two hands here in a minute. Unless you want to hit the ground. Take the load off the nut, it comes off a lot easier. Go. One original fork tree. One pair. Somebody need a set? Got one. Those look like new bearings. Not much lube on those. Until I lubed it for a race bike. And nothing on it. Light layer of grease. Very light layer. Alright, so that's out. I don't know why I had that notchy feel to it. Cups feel pretty good. Yeah, they feel good. This bearing's new. Maybe the lower bearings weren't as bad. Yeah, I'll put a new one on it. Take care of the problem. Alright, so there we go. We got a front fork removal. You feel a bad cup as you run your finger around it like that. And if you feel any waviness in it, it's bad. You can't really see the waviness, but you can feel it when you run your fingers around the inside of it. So when you do it like that, if you don't feel anything in there, it's probably good. Alright, so that's how you do it. These are original cups, I'm going to keep those. They're nice. Good thing about the bike. This piece of crap's repop. Yeah, junk. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Probably for now I'll leave it because it's wired already. We don't hook up too much wiring around here. So this goes to generator. Notice I didn't have it wired yet. We don't need a sticking generator. This wasn't wired either. Yeah, we don't need that either. Those are all extra parts. Now there should be a battery stuff down here. It's probably dead. Probably should go find it. This one's got the seat post in it. Not clearance in there though for some reason. Fancy ass parts here, see? Yeah, that's why it's loose. Look at that piece of crap. Probably wrong size anyway. There we go. Oh, it's loose over here. Seat post is worn out. The pin down here is loose. See how much it loose? Yeah, seat post is worn out. Seat post looks really good, but it's worn out. The bushing appears to be a little loose too. Yeah, it's a race bike, it don't matter. So if you put your parts back up here, you don't lose them. See, that little spring has a clevis, holds it. Just don't put your finger in there when you come down on hard. That must be the hot wire. So somewhere in here there's a battery. Appears to be a 1/2 inch. Let's see. I wonder if we got a 1/2 inch tool laying around here somewhere. Maybe. Battery came out, almost. Let's check the battery mains. Batteries always go dead on these bikes. I've gone through like 3 batteries on this bike because I never charge them. I pretty much ignore them for years on end. For some reason they don't last. I don't know why. Official battery box spacer. Oh, appears to be a battery down in there. Look at that. There's a battery down in there. Maybe I should put that on charger and see if it's any good. I don't know why I want to do that for. Something to do, I guess. The last time I checked it, it wasn't very good. Well, we're going to assume it's not very good, so we're going to just take it out. We'll try to charge it. If it charges up, good. I guess I'll leave that wire on there just in case I need it. Make sure everybody's keeping track of the wiring schematic here. In case you didn't know, black is ground. My guess is there's a frame connection nearby it goes to. Well, that says plus on it though. This is the ground where it goes over here. There's where it goes. There. Yeah, see, I was wrong. I'll take that wire off then. It's not a ground. Alright, I'll have to figure out where that goes later. Goes on the bike, that's where it goes. Alright, we're just going to get that out of there. Used to have wires there, we could hold on to it. Somebody disconnected the wires. What did they do that for? You can't get it out. Got a battery removal tool right here. There you go. There's what you use. Fits in the bike. It's a pretty good sized battery too. Let's charge it up, see if it's any good. I ain't holding my breath. We'll add it to the pile. Alright. We're good to go. Throw it all back in there. Perfect. Fits like a glove. Alright. Here's one bike is ready to go. Off the rack. Important stuff to work on. Okay, so now we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with this bike. We're gonna have to wheedle around someplace. I wonder how heavy it is. Yeah, it can't be that heavy. I took the front end off. It's gotta be at least 300 pounds, right? That lady only weighs like 200. Yeah, right. Anybody believe that? Alright, so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna wheel this thing off to. Yeah, somewhere. Anyway, all you do, you pick it up by that and you wheedle it off the back and you go throw it in the corner someplace. I'm thinking that corner is up the hill here. Somewhere down there. I gotta make room for this cream puff over here to work on next. Alright, let me get this mess cleaned up. I'll be back.